Good morning. Hello. How are we all doing? Hi there. Hello. Wah. We are back with our tale. Wah. There we go. Right, I am going to be doing some alternate textures for the tail today. And potentially getting it put on some different avatars. I don't know if I'll get as far as an actual photo shoot today. But we'll see. Wah. Okay. I love you. Right, I'm going to actually export these ones as the plain. Accessories. Arced tail. Arced tail cream. All I can do is hope. Export. Is he far-fetched in the chat? What is this week's quest? What's this week's quest? All I can do is hope. Catch Pokemon. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. This week's quest. In the unknown, by myself alone. Right, I was going to do a Nova one. A Nova Beast inspired. Everybody disappears and I hope you don't. Okay, how do I want to do this? I want to do like a... I also want to do like a fox one. Okay. So let's do a new fill layer. On the gilded cage. Let's put on a black mask. Keep oneself intact. put this as a darker colour just so I can see it for now. And we're going to... brush. Okay. Let's get comfy. Also drink some tea. Aside the alienation, get on with the fascination, the real relation, the underlying theme. Helps if I'm holding the pen the right way around. Maybe a bit lower than that. Yeah, looks okay. There's something about you, baby, so right. Oh wow, that is... oh look. Fascinating. Wild, that is a look. Hi Vars, good morning. That is also a look as well, but it's kind of cool. Rainbow Roadtail. That wasn't my intent. I was just kind of messing around, really. It just kind of ended up that way. Right, I'm just gonna go look for something. Bear with me. Go in there. I rotated that too much. Are you off to work soon, Vaz? Okay, let's neaten this out. Pokemon. What? Blah, blah, blah. Very quiet this morning. Ugh. I wonder where Core is. Do you think he's still asleep? Halfway asleep. Hey! Good morning, Core. Big stretch. So that's for Core, more for me. Big stretch for Core. I did better with sleep last night. It still took me a while to fall asleep, but I think I did a better job at, like, going to bed at a more reasonable time. But more importantly, I got up, only a little bit earlier than I normally would, but, like, a little bit earlier than I normally would. And I'm hoping that that will sort of have the knock-on effects of, like, okay, going to bed earlier isn't going to make me wake up earlier, but maybe if I wake up earlier, I will make myself go to bed earlier because I'll actually be tired. Trying to tackle the problem from the other end, you know? fox tip. So let me... So I think it's this colour that I want to grab. Doesn't look right. That's very, like, grey. Supposed to be kind of cream, but it looks quite grey. It is. I guess it is. I guess it is cream, it just looks grey in comparison to the cream I was using, because this is like a bright cream. I prefer mine, frankly. Textures. New folder, art, tail, cream, fox. Cappuccino colour, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what it would be. I was trying to base it off the one of the Volpa colours, because the Volpa was one of the bases. One of the bases I was going to do like an example photo of. I was trying to base it off this one, which looks very like sort of cream and sandy coloured. But when I coloured pick from it, it looked really grey to my eye. I should message Boopies and just see if they did okay. Possibilities, I look like all you need. I suppose if I'm being sensible, I should just colour pick from the actual Volpa, so that it looks correct. It might be one of those things of, once I get it into Unity and the lighting looks different, I'll be like, oh, this is too bright. So maybe I should just go ahead and actually colour pick. I mean, yeah, I guess that is the same colour. This bit here is where I've picked from. I guess that is the same. Colour differences of my two screens, I think. That's the problem when you have two monitors that are different. You can never quite colour match them. Let's turn you off. I just realised that I've exported all of these and I haven't modified the shading colour. Like, at all. There we go, that's better. Right, turn you off. Turn you off. Now we're going to do another one. A rare morning cup of tea. Normally I don't have cups of tea in the morning these days, and the reason is, frankly, because I wake up too late, but again, because I actually got up at a more reasonable time, and I actually had the time to chill. Like, I ate breakfast downstairs, also a bit of a rare occurrence. I don't always eat breakfast on stream, but breakfast does tend to be eaten upstairs, of like, I'm setting up stream while I'm doing it. It's such a small thing, but I do feel a little bit good in myself of like, yeah, I actually managed to get myself awake, something that I am famously bad at. They still haven't fixed this problem, by the way. Like, I assume you can hear me. Yeah, basically, Core. Basically. Add a mask. Right, this is going to be the tricky one of doing the sort of like underside split that you often see on some types of tail. I'm downing myself now, so I'm gonna check. I don't know if that's doing anything. It is. Cool. Okay, so I want to like start on the underside. Just go under that tuft. It's too high up by the looks of it. Wookie woo! Yes. Good bird. Tailtip needs to be turned off. not the effect I'm after. After I did all that, I just look at it and went, nope, that's not what I want. Since I was up early enough, I did the, I've done the, 2-week trial, for Pocket. I might change which booster pack I'm going for again. I was opening Mewtwo packs because I wanted to get Articuno, but I didn't get any Articuno, and I switched over to Pikachu packs so that I could get Pikachu and like other electric types because of the Lapras event, so I could make an electric deck. And even though I haven't pulled a Pikachu EX and like several electric types still, like I still don't have an Electrode, which is only like a two diamond card. It's not even that rare, but I just haven't got one. But I've finished the Lapras event. I got 2 Lapras cards. One of each promo and 2 Laprases, which is enough for, like, you know, if I want to make a Lapras deck. So I was like, okay, I don't need to do the Lapras event anymore, unless I just want to get extras for, you know, flair, I guess. So, yeah, I was like, man, it's literally, I opened, like, a bunch more Pikachu packs this morning. I'd saved up hourglasses to do 10, so I opened 10 Pikachu packs, and I kind of got nothing, which kind of just disheartened me a little bit of like, man, these Pikachu packs are doing me dirty. So, I might go to a different one. I haven't done any Charizard packs, so I might open some Charizard for a bit, because I imagine that would fill in a lot of gaps in my collection of, like, there's a lot of ones that, like, weird ones that I'm missing. It's probably just because I've not opened any Charizard packs. Don't tell Spook because he won't shut up about it, but yes, I'm jealous with how well Spook's been doing. I'm jealous of Spook. He's only been playing for 2 days and it feels like he's doing better than me. And I'm like, this isn't fair. I've been playing for longer. I'm a bigger Pokemon fan than you. He's pulled both Articunos. I'm salty. I'm salty about that. Joke's on him, though. I got a Blastoise this morning, at least. That was the one thing I did get from all those Pikachu packs. Didn't get the Pikachu I was after, but I got a Blastoise. You have 2 to 3 special Lapras and no regular ones. Yeah, regular Lapras is in Charizard packs, is what I learned. But yeah, I've got 2 of the event ones now. Regular Lapras is in Charizard packs, of which I've opened none. But yeah, I'm salty. I'm salty that I opened 10 Pikachu packs this morning, and the best thing I got was just 1 Blastoise CX, whereas Spook has gotten like a Mewtwo EX and 2 immersive Mewtwo cards now, along with the Articuno. And I'm like, this feels unfair, but this is that's just how it works. It's literally just random. That's just how it be. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I do hate the game. Your work, have a nice day. Thanks, Fuzz. Hope your day goes well as well. Take care. Itchy bit. Itchy. Where? Where? I'm like distracting myself. I'm not even opening stuff in another window. I'm just like staring off into space and like thinking about things and then being like, oh right, work. Blue, what you just described as ADHD. Shh, I know. Why won't this itch go away? I'm giving myself a rash. Oh my god, the photos from last night. That's hilarious. I went to a hangout. We did a T-pose pyramid. Or we tried to. Apparently we were all balancing on one person. Vio's so silly. Let's go gambling! Very good, very good. Okay. Come on. Ugh, I cannot focus today. Thank you, Core. Hello, Nemo. Hello, friend. How you doing? Ah, throwing things at me is not going to help me concentrate. Whose tail is that? It could be your tail. I'm joking. It's a generic tale to put on sale. It's a generic tale to put on sale for the shop. How you doing, Cookie? How you feeling? Doing good. How are all of you? I'm alright. I'm okay. I woke up earlier than normal. I'm feeling fine now. I'm not feeling too sleepy, which is good. My brain is being the big ADHD though. I'm like struggling to concentrate a lot. I keep just my mind just keeps wandering off, and I just like stare into the distance. So trying my best to keep focus. Taking it day by day, but improving. Understandable. Understandable. Sending you hugs. Sending you hugs. Watch me cry all my tears. Do we have the D&Ds this week? I think Das just did like a month check, didn't they? Flight of Princes. Yeah, they just did a month check. We did get a response from Kay though. But I think Kay doesn't know his didn't know his roster at the time. In theory we do, yeah. We've got a question mark on Nemerin, but we've not had a response from Kay. So we need a response from Kay, otherwise it's the two-person rule comes into effect. If we see Kay on Discord tonight, gotta give him a poke. No point poking him now. I think he's on night shifts at the moment. So definitely don't want to be messaging him because I don't want to wake him up. I can never tell with Kay. Kay's rotor is a bit like Spook's old rotor. In that it just like rotates. So sometimes he's on days and sometimes he's on nights and sometimes he works weekends and then sometimes he doesn't work weekends, so it's like tricky. It changes from month to month, so it could be that he didn't respond because he didn't know. But I wonder if he knows yet. Don't wind. What word was that supposed to be? What was the word supposed to be? I think Culls has done her first round Dragon Age, so she's probably available. Oh, she has. She literally finished on Thursday, I believe. Which is why she kept saying, this is a sign of how much I love you that I've come to play Final Fantasy with you, because I'm like this close to finishing Dragon Age. I don't even know. Oh, okay, fair enough. Even Core doesn't know anymore. His phone just be making up words. Yeah, I believe she started another playthrough, I should say. She's finished and started another playthrough. She was like, I'm not stopping. Now I have to make different choices. I keep looking at Guild Wars 2 and then remember how much I can't control MMOs with WSD plus more than a dozen other buttons. Where is my dozen button hand? Guild Wars 2 is better than most MMOs because you only have 5 main abilities at least. I used to have a mouse with buttons on the side, but the thing kept breaking. Yeah, that's definitely an MMO mouse. If you've got one of those mice, that's an MMO mouse. I think maybe that's why I like one of the I mean, it's not the sole reason. There's a lot of reasons why I like Guild Wars, but I think that's instrumental in why I like Guild Wars and like I've always like maintained it and kept going with it. Is that it's easier to play because you don't have to remember like, you know, 4 different rotations of 10 different keys. It's like you've got 5 abilities of varying cooldowns, and you basically press all of them when they come off cooldown. And I'm sure some people who are like big raid people will probably be like, actually, but I don't care. On a basic level, it doesn't matter. I didn't think it was half a sentence I abandoned to finish getting ready. Okay. I may try to see if I can manage. I mean, it's free, so you got nothing to lose. That reminds me, actually, though. When's the next patch for Guild Wars? We're in November now. Pretty sure they said that the first patch was going to be in November. It was to... Uh, 19th, apparently. That's in a week. So next Thursday, we're probably going to go back to Guild Wars, because I'm staying on top of Guild Wars now. Now I'm up to date, I'm staying on top of it. Yeah, expansion launch. Expansion launch August. Next patch 19th, and then Q1 and Q2. Woo! Is there a summoner class, or rather, which one is more summoner? I seem to remember a Necromancer and Illusionist being a thing. I believe Necromancer is the one that leans into summoner more. I believe Necromancer is the one that leans into Summoner more. Death Magic focuses on defense by getting carapace protection, removing conditions, and it can enhance minions. List of minion skills. Necromancer has a lot. Reaper has one called Rise. It's Necromancer. I was scrolling down and waiting to see more classes appear, and they didn't. Summons, there you go. Spirit weapons, legendary renegades, banners, turrets, spirits, thieves, elementals, conjured weapons, illusions, and minions. Necromancer will be nice. Are you going to make them? Fucking hell, Traherne. My necromantic servants have never been alive, thus they are immune to the ravages of war. Fucking hell. Okay. When a minion dies or is sacrificed, that minion utility skill goes on recharge and the minion can be resummoned after the recharge. Minions are destroyed if the Necromancer dies or if the minion utility is summoned is switched from the skill bar. But yeah, so Guild Wars next week. That's fun. Necro Summoner build. Hunter equals Necro, but you have to hunt down your summons. Engineer is Necro, but complicated. I've not played Engineer. And I would debate with you that one, it's called Ranger, the fucking WoW player, is not the same as is not a summoner because you get one pet, as opposed to getting multiple pets. So I'd say that they're fundamentally different classes. Maybe I'll play a plant person, something about very vegetable summoning things, very fleshy. Yes. I think it's quite a common one. It's very funny though because I think Curls has made it in the brief time that we managed to get them to come onto Guild Wars. Curls made a Necromancer and Rosa made a Necromancer as well. I think Rosa also went for a plant person. I have a necroplant. I enjoy the idea of, oh, it's just recycling. Yeah, that is funny. That is funny. Even though any race can play any class, it's definitely some classes, some races just lean towards other classes just lore-wise. I don't think gameplay-wise it makes a difference, but lore-wise, it's like, having Char engineers and Char warriors and like Norn warriors, but you don't think, oh yeah, we'll have a Char illusionist. Whereas when you're like, ooh, plant illusionist. Ooh. I've thought about making a plant illusionist. It's the whole circle of life thing. Bones has got what plants crave. Dem bones, dem dry bones. Another week. I have to pick another community game. Again. God damn, having to do this shit every week is tiring. If I make a stream resolution for next year, I think it needs to be that I gotta try and do more collabs, because Fridays were meant to be community / collab nights, and I've done 2 collabs, which was Lying and You, Nemo. I've done 2 collabs in the whole year. I'm like, need to do better. Need to do better, man. Need to do more collabs with people. Get more people in. If you need me for something, just yell at me. Good odds I can stumble in. Yay! Yay! Grabs Galaxia affectionately. You! I appreciate last time you were sick. Assuming that its development goes fine, I would definitely see another stream with Lying in the future for Goblin Cleanup, because we played the demo and they've had their Kickstarter now, which I did back for. Because I literally said at the end of that stream of like, oh, I'm definitely going to get this on full release and we should play again. And I will stick to that. Do you really need Cthulhu pondering the orb? They'd be friends! Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm down to be the Danny to your Aaron and just be the devil on your shoulder while you play single player. That could be fun. That's what Tuesdays are. Although Spook isn't really a devil on my shoulder, but that's the vibe. I should get back into the habit that I used to have, which was, when I was working, I would just chill in the VC, and I'd be like, hey friends, if you want to come join and vibe, you can. I should do that more often. I think I stopped doing it because wearing my headphones so much was giving me a headache, but I can do it like once or twice. I think I also just got used to the fact of like, well, when I'm streaming in the day, normally most of my friends are also at work. Because I'm doing my work while they're doing my work. Go figure, we work in the day. But yeah, because if you remember when Tuesday night was art stream night? Instead of me just doing art streams all the time, but I suppose that was back before streaming was my job. And I used to do it casually. Holiday here. Oh, nice! What holiday? I'm tempted to make a TTRPG campaign like we do with Pop, but with Pokemon Pocket as the combat system. Oh, Nemo! Have I ever told you this story? I feel like I've said it a couple of times on stream to varying people. So, story time. We've heard this story before. Me and my brother were growing up both big fans of Pokemon. My brother grew out of it, I did not. But growing up, we were both fans of Pokemon. So we had the games, you know, he had blue, I had yellow, I had gold, he had silver. We were both fans of it, and we both had cards. We both collected the TCG. And one thing that we used to do, specifically on a plane, we never did it in a car, we did it on a plane, because, as you know, planes have the little fold-down table. We're going to do the pirate software. So your planes have the little fold-down table on the seat behind you. So you've got the seat and it's got the little fold-down table, and you're sat here. So it's Armistice Day. So what would happen is, obviously, we would be, generally they'd be like 3-seater ones. And it would invariably, you'd have the central aisle there, and it would invariably be something like, Dad is here, Mum is here, and me and my brother would typically, in kid fashion, argue over who gets the window seat. And it would generally be the case of one of us gets the window seat flying out, and the other gets the window seat flying back in. And what we would do on these flights, because obviously, for a kid, a 3-4 hour flight is so long. It's so long. Whereas now as an adult, I feel like I would be like, 3 hour flight, fucking nap time. So what me and my brother would do, on these flights is we would fold down. So we're sat in our little chairs. Mum is not good at flying, so she generally would, be holding Dad's hand, especially during takeoff. They'd be holding hands across the way like that. Mum was not a good flyer. So me and my brother, during the flight, would fold down the little tables here, and in our little backpacks, we had brought our Pokemon cards. And what we did was, legitimately, we brought Pokemon cards, a bit of paper, and a pencil, and a rubber. And at the time, we didn't even know what the word TTRPG meant. We didn't know what those words were, but that was what we were doing. Me and my brother would play a game on the airplane where we would have the piece of paper, and we would draw out, and we'd be like, I'm starting in Pallet Town, and I'm choosing Charmander. And my brother would get his Charmander card. And he'd be like, I go north to Route 1. And I'd be like, you find a wild Rattata. And we would do the battle on the plane. And we did that as kids. And he'd be like, oh, I've gotten to here, and I'm gonna heal. And he gets another energy put in his deck. And then he's like, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try to catch something. And I'd be like, you found a Pidgey. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna try to catch the Pidgey. So it would basically just be like, oh, he wins the fight. We were kids, we weren't thinking about mechanics. He'd be like, he wins the fight, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna catch the Pidgey. So now he's got a Pidgey in his deck. And then the fights just get more and more difficult, and it's like, I'm going to Viridian Forest, and I was like, you made a trainer. Your trainer's got a Caterpie and a Weedle and a Metapod, but has only got 2 grass energy. And, and he's like, I'm just gonna play my Charmander, and I win. And that was what we did on a plane. And we would just draw it out with a pencil and paper on the bit of paper on these trays. On these little trays here. And that's what we would do on flights. And I don't think you were there for it, Nemo. I think this was during one of your, shall we say, busy periods. Let me see if I can find it. Me and Spook was really taken with this story, so we actually had a stream, where we sat down and we tried to work out mechanics for basically based off that game that me and my brother made, quote unquote made. We never wrote down any rules or anything. We just played it as we go because we were kids. You see if it comes up. Yeah, here we go. February. This was back in February. Which was a video. This is a stream that me and Spook did, just one of the afternoons. Which was him and me trying to make this an actual RPG. And we made a game design. You can see we've made a game design document, and we've made a note of how things would work. And so this was me using the actual cards, because
what is
a TCG set had like just released, which was called Pokemon 151. Which, if you couldn't tell from the name, was a set that was purely Kanto. But it had one of everything. One of everything. So Spook was like, well, that's great, because it's modern cards, but it's old Pokemon, so I know them, and it's not too complicated with loads of new ones that we don't know what they are. So Spook had bought me a Pokemon 151 box for Christmas. You've got all the trainers and everything, and then the alt arts. So you see Spook's got the map here. So I was using the 151 cards kind of as an example, and we did like demo games to try and work out how to balance it. And so we've got this design doc that we started, and we were trying to work out, like, we were trying to make it, like, self-running so you could kind of play it on your own. So we were trying to be, like a gameplay guide of, like, you know, this is here's, like, here's your NPC trainer deck, and here's how you make an NPC trainer kind of thing. And we were trying to get, like, the ratio down of, like, energy to encounters and things like that. Similar to what I had in mind, it was cool that you made it single player. Yeah, we were trying to make it self-supporting. I don't know where the document is, though. I don't know where we saved the document.
Let's take the rest and go. Just the two of us. Huh? Just kidding. What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know where the document is. It'll be on like on a Google Drive. It'll be like on a Google Drive, but I don't know where it is. Because, looking back, what we were trying to do was basically make like a TCG pocket, because we were trying to modify the TCG rules. We weren't just using like the basic TCG, we were trying to modify the rules to make it simpler and quicker, which is basically what TCG Pocket has done. Also, hi, Engaging Comic, how's it going? TTRPG. Did I put it under there? No. I didn't put it under TTRPG. Did I put it under Pokemon? Pokemon TCG RPG. Here we go, I found it. Found the document. TCG ideas. Aim. Journey through Kanto, beat the 8 gyms, beat the Elite Four, beat the Champion Profit. Game design aspects. How to handle the deck builder elements. Basic Pokemon, your starter. Miss energy cards, so your attack could miss. Trainers. Trainers are used and item cards are used and gone. Supporter cards are used and then refreshed. And tooled cards are tapped. Like a held item. Pocket makes it much more viable, it does, yeah. So if you use an item card, it's used and you've got to go to the shop and buy more. Duplicate, this was the thing that was like becoming more interesting. Duplicate cards are used to power up existing Pokemon in play, such as extra HP, extra damage, resistance, blah 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 blah. Supporters, we were kind of rewriting what some of them did. Starting decks of Bulbasaur, 4 energy cards and 2 miss cards. So that was the mechanic that we were kind of adding in, which was that you could if you drew an energy, you could attack, but you could draw a miss. Your attack could miss. 2 supporters and 1 friend, and a friend could be a Pidgey, or an energy card, or a miss card. Gym leaders have associated stadiums. We were going to use stadium cards to represent gym battles. So there would be like a field effect. They might have tools or items or supporters to build them. Victory yields a tool, and you get a special dice. Reward dice. Failing a round allows you to keep a die for the next run, except the legendary dice. And you would give you rewarded dice, because this was making use of some special dice that I have that are of all of the evolutions. So your reward for beating a gym leader was you would get a special dice. And like you could roll them to do certain things. So event ideas: finding items, fighting trainers, weather, roaming Pokemon, finding a professor's aid, rival battle, fishing. You get the idea. Route 1. Revised rules. Prizes signify the end of the route. Your goal is to reach your goal each route is to draw X number of prize cards. Prizes can be earned by knocking out Pokemon or doing something good against the enemy, like forcing them to play bad or discard cards. We want to playtest action cards, which signify when you can attack and retreat, and when the opponent attacks and retreats. A trainer card that specifically specifies a trainer battle forces wild Pokemon to flee, and you fight one of their Pokemon immediately. That was about as far as we got, because unfortunately the stream did not do well, and we were like, okay, people aren't that interested, so we just, yeah. It's not that they weren't interested, I think it was that me and Spook had an idea that we were just, like, rolling with, and I don't think everyone could necessarily follow what we were talking about, because we were just like, whoa, getting excited and stuff. So basically it wasn't good stream content. Which was a shame. And as is very typical with me these days, if it's not something I can do on stream, it kind of just doesn't get done. I think after going for a year, that is something that am gonna like seriously consider over the Christmas break, which is cutting down on the number of streams I do. Because like the amount of stuff that doesn't get done because I'm not streaming, but I'm always like, I need to stream, because streaming is, you know, the primary way that I earn income. But it is sort of like a to what end? Do I actually get more bits and subs if I stream every day of the week instead of streaming maybe 4 out of 7? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I even said around May that I was going to be like, oh, the stream schedule might change based on things that may or may not happen. And those things didn't happen. So I was like, okay. Maybe we mix things up a bit. I don't know. I think mini morning might be going. I'll be real. And I don't think it's going to be replaced with anything. I think it's just going to be gone. But that's where the eternal struggle will happen. That's going to be it's going to be a good test for me, because like the main reason that I started streaming everything was, you know, big ADHD moment of if I wasn't streaming, it just didn't get done at all. It was literally accountability of, like, yeah, I get distracted on stream, but it's nothing compared to, if I wasn't streaming, oh, PK's gonna starve. PK can eat gases, minis, it's fine. But, yeah, so I think that's going to be the test of, like, I'm doing less streams to try and get more stuff done that I can't do on stream, but it'll be a test of my own brain whether I can actually get them done. Assets... Yeah, that's just pure white. Okay. Okay, that's another one. Export textures. File new. Arced. Blue layered. Export into there. Done. I got Articuno, but wanted Zapdos. You got Zapdos, but wanted Articuno, so we got 2 Articunos because fuck it. Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to get Pikachu and I got Zapdos, but as I said, I might go do some Charizard packs or go back to Mewtwo to try and get Articuno again. Because I believe they're in the respective ones. Moltres is in the Charizard pack, Zapdos is in the Pikachu pack, and Articuno is in the Mewtwo packs. Right, so that was our quote-unquote Nova tail. So I've got the quote-unquote Vulpitail with the tip. We've got the Nova tail with the under. We've got the plain Fire Dog tail, just the plain cream tail. And because I hate myself, I'm gonna do a gradient. Duplicate layer. Invert mask. And fascinating. Inverting the mask does a levels on it. Fascinating. I could use a couple of EX Mewtwo's, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with what I have. Go ask Spook, he managed to get 3 within the first day of him playing. Salted. I'm bitter. I'm bitter. I'm happy collecting Gardevoirs. Aw, that's really sweet. Are you going to make a binder that's just Gardevoir? Because my binder is all the alt arts. I'd like to point out, actually, that Arcanine is also in the Pikachu packs. I haven't pulled any Arcanines either. Which I just think is unfair. I wasn't trying to get any, but it would have been nice. Bitter Skywolf. I am bitter. I'm jealous, okay? It means you care. Yeah, I care about Pokemon. Can you not trade? No, it's not implemented yet. They're going to implement it. It's literally on the menu. It's just grayed out. I don't know when they're planning on implementing trading, but it's grayed out for the moment. I just did a Pikachu pack and got all the bits for Surge's deck. I haven't even got that either, because I haven't pulled the Pikachu EX, and I haven't pulled any Electrodes either, so I still can't even make Surge's deck. So if I want to get all of the pre-made decks, I've still got to keep doing Pikachu packs still. I don't have that either. The game hates me. Probably when they drop the second or third pack set. I feel like there was a leak, because obviously they've not officially said anything, but I feel like there was a leak that said that there was going to be like like not like a set, but like there was going to be a bonus thing in December, and then like the next actual set was going to be January. Like it wasn't going to be this year. Which I think is fair. I would like more Johto Pokemon, please. I like Johto. And I am biased. I just wanna die anywhere else. If only I could die anywhere else. So come with me, let's die anywhere else. Anywhere. Just not here, no. Where's the tail? It's the normal. dusty streets of dialogue. They won't remember that I on these dusty streets I die alone. So come with me, let's die anywhere else. Or no, anywhere, just not here, no. Oh yeah, Johto had the best theme song. They want us to keep buying hats to get what we want instead of trading. There is something to be said to that. But I think they also don't want to encourage a second-hand market right now. Like, right at the start when it's as hype. I mean, I think it's definitely mostly that. I think this is a secondary thing. Because there is literally a black market for Pokemon. Do you guys know this? There is a Pokemon black market, which is that basically you can pay for someone to trade you a Pokemon. Like, if someone has, like, event distributions, that, like, you know, event distributions that maybe were unique to Japan. There are people who are selling those Pokemon for money. Rather than being like, oh, you know, trade me something that you have. They're like, no, pay me, and send me your trainer ID, and I will give you the Pokemon. Pokemon Black Market is real. It exists. That's true with most popular online games and stuff you can give. This is true, I suppose. This is true. But the moment that trading exists, don't be surprised if you went onto like eBay or something and you start seeing listings of like, oh, I'll give you EX cards on TCG Pocket. For money. For money. This needs to come way lower. This stripe is actually way too thick. This is just meant to be like a line, a liner almost. That's meant to be more like this. Dang, where does the time go? 1 o'clock. Okay, so I didn't quite get all of the textures done before lunch, but I made extra work for myself, so it's like, I don't care that much. Because I could have stopped after the last one, but I wanted to do this bonus texture. Don't let a fire sear my flesh and bone. Or else let her be mine and mine alone.
Find her if I have to burn down all of Paris. Hellfire, dark fire. Now just it's your turn. Choose me, your fire. Be mine or you will
There we go, I think that's a good thickness.
Self-help talks, money walks, everybody wants to change with a 2-week course. If you're like me, you need a little trick.
Because you're currently shit at dealing with conflict.
Avoid everything in life, you gotta get it just right.
Here's your solution.
Model for your conflict resolution. Too fictitious, laser vision is a little too vicious. Jesus Christ. Yes, turn the other cheek, but if done every time, it gets me beat. You need a 6'2" perspective. Cool.
Hi, bud. I'm starting a new Atticus of Yule. Are you playing Pokemon as well? Are you playing Pokemon Pocket as well? We were just talking about that. No. Press X to doubt.
Hey, nice shirt, asshole. I couldn't help but feel there'd been a communication breakdown between the random man that had shouted at me on the street and myself. The fuck is that? Who's speaking right now? Shut up. I regret that I'd lost my temper. I apologize for shouting in anger. But my hopes were through genuine discourse.
I was like, where's my thing gone? There it is.
That had grown between us. Ask a question to make it surprisingly genuine. Do you feel the need to comment on other people's shirts because you know your
Home shirt is shit.
Don't react, don't retract, but don't attack. There's only one rule from here on out.
Keep eye contact. One of us. We were literally just talking about it, Naren. You know, you have to share your friend code if you're playing Pokemon.
Upon invading the dreams of my most recent victim, I'd begun to feel my host body had become quarrelsome and resistant. Hello? Who's speaking? I am me. I am you. You are me. We are we. I don't care. Who, what, why? Oh my god, what did you do to him?
God, that looks really pretty. What the fuck? That's not the color, the effect I was going for, but also it looks really nice.
Demonic possession. Louis was meant to resolve conflicts. You're just creating more pain.
There is no pain, no hurt.
There can be no suffering if there is only Louis. I am Louis. And this is your house, is it? Stop it now! This is too niche a content!
Silence, mortal. You have invoked Louis within your own mind, and for that there is no content too niche, no reference too obscure, no logical progression of joke too stupid and absurd. With thine
Hey, that looks like a Jack's tail.
past, every possible future.
I got an EX Arcanine off the rip. Is that your first pack? Because I will say your first pack is guaranteed. But also, yeah, I've been trying to get Arcanine. No, I'm joking. I also have an Arcanine. I got it from my intro.
I was beginning to feel.
See, Naren, you chose the correct pack, and therefore you win. Right, I've ended up with them the wrong way round, admittedly, because we've got colour 3 is green, which is at the top. I flip this around. I feel like the red should be at the top because that's colour 1. Wanted everything. It's a little complicated. Isn't it interesting how the blue kind of looks like it's a stripe? Anyway, I'm gonna base this off the green one, as pretty as that looks. We're gonna make that like a teal. We're gonna make you this kind of mid-green. Ooh, that is an interesting look. And then we're gonna make you this dark, like, forest. Always had high, high hopes. nice. Gradients. Off topic, but I noticed something with the Zenoga Dualblades. Once done to they have a Pokebit that sticks out during Demon Dance. Nice attention to detail. Oh, I never knew that. Work time, catch you later. Bye, Core! I should probably go have lunch. Oh, I'm a sucker for a pretty gradient. I love gradients. That looks so nice. Not even finished and it looks nice. I think most Jexes do also have the V's on the tail, so I am going to need to do more. I'm just sat thinking. Just sat thinking about things. Yeah, I think they all tend to have the V's on the tail. Right, God. God, I spent half the morning battling to get my brain to focus on work, and now I can't unfocus from work. God damn it. Looks nice, though. It looks nice. Slight issue with the, like, overlay. Hello there! Hi Demi Snake, how's it going? Yeah, it's tail time. We doing tail. I knew that was in there, but I couldn't get at it. Right, so that modified that. Gradients are tough to do on a 3D model. They are, but I have learnt a new tip to kind of help with them. I'm really happy with how it looks. It looks very pretty. I'm gonna make another layer. Turn off all of this. Make it the same colour as this. Add a black mask. Let me just sketch these in. So I think we'll do one here. Here. And where do I want to do the last one? Here? Just under this tuft. Yeah, I think that looks about right. Silence, phone. Flip this over.
I never meant to be so bad to you. One thing I said that I would never do. A look from you and I would fall from grace. And I would wipe the smile right from my face. Do you remember when we used to dance? And incidents arose from circumstance. One thing led to another, we were young. And
We would scream together, songs unsung.
it was the heat of the moment, telling me what my heart meant. The heat of the moment, shone in your eyes. And now you find yourself in 82. The disco hotspots hold no charm for you. You can't concern yourself with bigger things. You catch a pearl and ride the dragon's wings. 'Cause it's the heat of the moment. Heat of the moment. The heat of the moment, shone in your
Okay. And there is the V's put in. Because I was unwilling to let it go.
And when your looks are gone and you're alone,
Right, I will leave there. I will leave there so I can go eat. And I will be back. I will be back. If you feel so inclined. And you want to leave the window open, I appreciate it. because I will be back to continue working on this. I just need to get this version of the texture finished. I gotta do the little, like, tufty bits on the, like, top side of that stripe. And then this texture is done. And then I think that's all of the textures done that I want to do for it. So we'll be getting it into Unity with the actual textures. I'll be getting into Unity, set up the textures, set up the materials, and then package it, and then put that package into all of my different Unity projects that I'm going to be using for the example, which is going to be the Volper and the Nova Beast, because I'm currently testing this in the Jex, in my Jex Unity scene. So yeah, so still a lot to do. So I hope you will join me for that. So yeah. Oh. Lovely song. I will pause that so I can listen to it when I get back. Right, I will see you in about an hour and a half because of how much I overrun. I'm going to go have some food. And I will see you later. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!